Hey guys, want to first of all extend my gratitude to anybody who's watching this video. If there's a way that we can help, we're happy to do so. I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to do a demonstration of the app on the control panel. I'll walk through development and implementation, where our data is going, integrations, and we'll talk a little bit about the return at the end of all of it. So how I'd like to start out is team recovery was the best accident ever. When COVID hit, we were pulling money from marketing, SEO, PPC. We're feeding it into alumni services, and our census started to grow. Amount of referrals that were coming in started to go up. Our readmission percentages went up. And we deal with such a high recidivism population that that for us, we wanted to capture as much as we could when it came to readmits. So as alumni grew, we had about 295 beds, 5 different locations of treatment. We started to demo these different apps. I think we knew that software was going to be important when it came to reciprocity, follow up, helping with these alumni metrics. So started demoing Cared For, We Connect, Chess. There's some good apps out there in the space, and ultimately decided, like, dude, we're gonna build an app. Weren't planning on starting a business out of it. Didn't want to start a business out of it. So of course we started a business out of it. Team Recovery started after that app was rolled out, beta tested, implemented. So we started in 2022, January 2022. It is July of 2024, and we've developed apps for 104 facilities. We've got about 40,000 plus alumni on the different platforms, probably over 220 separate locations. And we specialize in alumni program development, and then we can actually develop a white labeled app to support it. So none of the apps look the same. They're built on Amazon AWS. They're registered to your Apple and Google developer accounts under your business EIN number. So you own the app on the App Store. Once the apps publish and are rolled out, Scottsdale Recovery app is going to look in Scottsdale, Arizona, is going to look completely different than Treehouse Recovery's app in Costa Mesa, California. So we do a 4 to 6 week custom development. Our dev schedule is booked out, usually about 6 weeks in advance. So next available dev date is, this got filled, so September 9th. So a little bit of a demand, but we're not too backed up. But every app looks different. So Amazon AWS, these are the software development kits that, like, the Nike app is built on, or the Lululemon app is built on. 4 to 6 week development takes us about 40 to 50 hours. We meet for an hour per week throughout development and implementation. Building an app is one thing, having an app is one thing. Getting people to use it is a whole nother ballgame. So we go through a mass onboarding with our CRM to do email and SMS marketing, targeting, retargeting, and we'll actually export all of the clients from your EHR, and we'll go through and target them and get past clients to download the app. So a big piece of the user base is people who have gone through the facility in the past, right? We can't forget about people who've gone through in the past. And then, of course, as people are transitioning through treatment, we are working with case management, alumni coordinators. We've got a QR code where they can share the app directly from the app on their phone. And then we'll develop white labeled posters, graphics, QR codes for group rooms, alumni meeting rooms where they can download the app as well. So through implementation, we do a mass onboarding. We work with your Moses. So one of the most important things we can do is identify, okay, who is Moses? And what we have at this point is quite a bit of data. So with 40,000 plus alumni, 100 plus facilities in the last 29 months, what we've been able to do is recognize patterns within alumni programs. And so what we'll do is we actually hand curate a alumni program development strategy. And for that 4 weeks, we train your alumni coordinator, AKA Moses, on your side. So we're doing a big training. We're discovering readmission percentages. We're discovering amount of alumni referrals coming in. There's a handful of KPIs that we're going to work on, and then we meet monthly ongoing. So we do a scorecard every month that's shared with executive teams, C-suite teams on alumni KPIs. And we work, and we have a certified alumni coach that works directly with whoever your Moses is every month. And part of that is the software adoption. So I'm going to go into the actual software or the mobile app. There's a KPI dashboard within the app. So we're consistently setting goals as far as downloads, app launches, notifications, how long people are spending in the app. And I'll go into what the app is. And basically what we've done is we've taken all the analytics over the last couple years, all the facilities that we've worked with, and we figured out, okay, here are the features that have the highest adoption rate, that are most critical when it comes to leveraging a mobile app for post-treatment follow-up. So you're going to have a heat map of everything going on. This control panel is dynamic. Anything I click on the right will change on the left, vice versa. You guys will have access to this admin control panel. If I change anything and hit publish, that auto converts to code in real time. But the apps are very simple. So we focus on connection, accountability, and structure. So the connection piece, we don't want people to feel alone. Everybody who jumps into alumni or transitions into alumni is going to join the family. And we custom build all these milestones. So 30, 60, 90, 6 months, 9 months. I just had a baby. I just bought my first house. I got my driver's license back. I hit 90 and 90. I finished the steps. I'm willing to sponsor. We've seen just about every milestone possible that's built into these apps. So every time someone picks up a milestone, let's say Tristan Brockbank just picked up 2 years sober, it's going to send a notification to everybody in that alumni fellowship saying, hey, Tristan just picked up 2 years sober. What we have are these social media plugins. They can they can post, they can comment. These are HIPAA compliant. They are easily policed. So if a user posts some content that's not kosher with what the facility wants the alumni group to see, then it's easy for a user to get flagged. And then if I don't like Preston's post, I can actually just delete it here on the back end. So you'll receive those flags. You can delete posts. And then part of the connection piece is a lot of times out of treatment, they're downloading 4 different apps. So a sobriety tracker, a meeting finder, daily reflections, and a meditation app. So instead of them using Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Peacock, we're just going to build Apple TV Premium all in suite in your facility's white labeled app. So we white label everything from the sobriety tracker to the library to the different content playlists, seamless integrations with YouTube, and seamless podcast RSS feeds. So as soon as you update playlists on YouTube or you can have a podcast feed directly through the app, all of that auto populates through Amazon AWS. The other piece is accountability is huge, especially as you transition throughout the different levels of care. So what we're doing is we're softening the transition into post-treatment alumni services. So there's a few different things that we're incentivizing. We're incentivizing the simple, consistent action, and then we're incentivizing all of their data collection. So as they're putting action into their recovery, they're going to be earning points. Whether or not they made it to a meeting, have done an inventory, talked to a sponsor, read some uplifting literature, meditated, exercised, and all of this is customizable, they're going to be earning points for the action that they put into their recovery. We know if people are doing those things every day, they're in a pretty good place. And then the outcome measures, we can deliver anything from PHQ-9s, GAD-7s, BAMs, standard outcome measures, and these are time locked with automated push notifications. So we build out a custom timeline weekly, monthly. We have a good cadence down that was recommended by NATAP with their force outcomes. But all of their surveys are gamified, so they're earning 20 points for every survey that they do. And we will reverse engineer a budget per client and then build a store into the app. So as they're doing their outcome surveys, as they're putting action into their recovery, they can trade those points in for a DoorDash gift card, a hoodie, round of golf, sound bath. We got the North Face Puffy, AirPod Pros, right? We've seen some pretty crazy stuff in this store. So really, really sticky, really good engagement on data collection. We're not asking them to do something without giving them something in return. Now, since we've decided to collect data, then we have to follow certain procedures. So with data, where's that data going, right? So what we've done is we've worked with the different EHRs. We have strategic partnerships with Kipu, Aliva, Best Notes, Lightning Steps, so that data can actually populate the client's chart in real time as they're filling it out through the app. The other piece is we're the only mobile app that can collect data and integrate directly with the Force Outcomes report. So NATAP they're the pioneer when it comes to outcomes that are moving towards a value-based care model. These outcomes reports can be used for Joint Commission. They can be used for CARF. As they fill out surveys in the app that they're earning points to fill out and trading those points in, it's going to be declassified, aggregated, and it will auto-populate this NATAP report. This is an annual report, and there's 22 pages worth of information that NATAP with their Force Outcomes provides. So pretty robust report here. You will have outcomes with the app. We can access the EHR through our API integration. So because it's Amazon AWS, one of our biggest wins is we can train it to play well in the sandbox, which means that it is scalable. Something that's important to look at as well with an app is just like scheduling and structure. So we've got to make it easy enough that someone's 6-year-old kid can figure out what time dad has group that day, or what time dad has an alumni meeting that night, or mom. If you're running hybrid meetings or telehealth, seamless integrations with Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, they can jump right into the alumni meeting right inside the app. And then, of course, we have a custom-built events plugin where you can host anything, any events that are going on. So in alumni, we want to create community. We want people to walk away receiving something from these events that they don't want to miss on the next time around. So let's say you're doing a golf tournament. You can put pictures in with an Unsplash integration. You can have them RSVP. There's a Google Maps API that can take them to the location, in this situation to the golf course. And then I can actually set these to recur daily, weekly, monthly. I have that option. As soon as I hit save here, the power of having an app is we're compounding this user base. So as time goes on, more alumni transition, there's more people in the app, the analytics go up. And what I'm able to do is target and retarget them through push notifications. So let's say we've got a golf tournament coming up. Come one, come all. We've got a golf tournament this weekend. Sign up with your foursomes. I can actually add that golf tournament to the push notification. And as soon as I hit send, that pushes out to 700 alumni. Next year pushes out to 940 alumni. The next year pushes out to 1,250 alumni. And I can do the same thing with surveys, schedules, Google reviews. So what I'm doing is I'm compounding this user base that I can target and retarget through push notifications. I'm also able to, through software, build reciprocity with them on a daily basis, more than you could pay, an alumni team to follow up with. Now, an alumni team is super critical, and I'm not taking away from anything that they're doing, but you can leverage software to 5x reciprocity with alumni, as long as the adoption rate is high. So some simple things left in the app. We want to create the lowest barrier of entry possible. We do a Get Help Now button. This can be a call tree. This can be text so-and-so who's the alumni coordinator. We build this out however you'd like. Of course, the share app function's built in, and then based on the analytics and the heat maps, you can see who's having a positive experience. So you can go out, send the push notification, get them to submit Google reviews. So that's kind of 10,000 foot view of app and functionality. Now, while we're working with your Moses, these alumni program development strategies are all handwritten per program. They all look a little bit different, but what we're really going to focus on are a few different metrics. So we have to establish, okay, well, this is really cool, right? For alumni services, I've got to put money into it. I've got to have events going on, some weekly meetings, and there's certain KPIs for alumni coordinators. So when we're collecting the metrics, we like to look at readmissions, and we like to collect or count alumni referrals. And those are a few different metrics that we just put a red dot on and move the mark. So year one, our floor increase for readmission percentages is 5%. So let's say you've got a census of 46. You only offer PHP and IOP. Your current readmission percentage is 9%, or even if it's 14%, right? We need to get that metric up by follow-ups, targeting, retargeting, building reciprocity, and having an alumni program for people to land in. By doing so, pretty significant return. Now, this is after our cost. So this is your gross return year one from onboarding with Team Recovery. If you offer additional levels of care, you can double that as the census grows, right? Between all levels of care, you'll see that that return is going to obviously compound based off of census, based off of length of stay. And these are also low-balled reimbursement rates here. So we always want to under-promise, over-deliver. We're going to track those KPIs, and we will send those in our monthly scorecards to executives, C-suites, based off of how those metrics look month over month while we're working with your alumni coordinator. So just to review, it takes 4 to 6 weeks to build it out. We've got a little bit of a wait time here. So we're out until September 9th. We're usually about 6 weeks in advance. We do 4 facilities a month. And then after the 4 to 6 weeks, it's published on Apple and Google. You own it. And we go through the implementation where we're going to do software onboarding. You'll have an app that's live on the App Store. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. You're either finding this on the website. If you're not on the website, it's teamrecovery.io, and we're happy to help. Thanks.